Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I have another episode of this mini-series this week of Endgame, which is what we're going to do on the channel this week. Guys, I have to be super creative with the content for you guys, and I just want to post videos right now. Look, let me just be realistic with you. FIFA 19 right now is in a state where two things are happening. One, you're either playing the 20 beta, well, three things. Two, you're not playing FIFA 19. Or three, you're just getting your endgame team because prices are cheap and you're playing with your players. But a lot of people are not playing FIFA 19 anymore. So what I am trying to do this week is I want you guys in this kind of stale period of content to have easy content to watch. I don't want to throw upon you guys these like super complex videos, these crazy things that you're going to have to sit there and process, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, none of you guys care about that. And I know you don't care about that because look, I am the content creator, and the only thing I care about right now to make content for you guys is just talking about endgame stuff, the end of the year stuff. I actually do like making that kind of content right now. So we're running this mini-series on this channel this week. If you guys want to check out my endgame team, I did that video yesterday. I'm going to put a channel playlist, so this is going to be available as a playlist so you guys can watch it basically until FIFA 20. We're going to be doing endgame left backs and right backs today. Tomorrow we will do endgame center backs. The day after we will do endgame midfielders. And then the day after that we will do endgame wingers. And then we'll end with endgame strikers. So it gives me something to upload to you guys every day. And again, these are my opinions, right? This is how I feel about certain players. It does not mean it's right? So there's going to be a player or two that maybe is not in this video. But it doesn't mean that I'm right. And I want you guys to understand that. I want to be honest about that. Now, for the sake of a lot of people's OCD, including mine, I'm going to put them at the left back and the right back position, and then the bench. I'm probably not going to put them all over the starting 11 unless I really need to. And another thing that I wanted to tell you guys about just on the channel, two things. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you guys for clicking on my videos at this time of the year. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm forcing content down you. To be honest, guys, I do have a lot of video ideas, and this is something that I want to do for a while, so don't think that just because FIFA's dead, I'm uploading to make money. I don't want you guys to think that. I'm genuine with you guys. This is something that I wanted to post pretty much for the whole year, but I wanted to wait till I felt like EA was finally done releasing cards, which is where we're at right now. And second, we do have a video that's going to be out next week that I'm going to do a few of them. You guys know my club is pretty massive. I have a lot of, that sounds so like my D is massive, but my club is pretty big. And we're going to be doing a search and discard kind of thing with Twitch subscribers coming into the Discord with some trivia involved. It's going to be really fun, man. So keep a look for that. That's going to be some content next week when there's literally nothing to upload. That's going to be what I'll bring you guys. And I'll bring you guys probably another team takedown / squad builder showdown. So next week and this week should be pretty fun in terms of content, guys. You guys should see some stuff on the channel. It's just going to be easy to watch, you know, and just not really that, doesn't take that much brain power. So guys, today we're going to be talking about the best left backs and right backs in FIFA 19. It's the end of the year, so I assume most players are done being released. This is my opinion, of course. So don't get it twisted. Don't say, okay, Nick didn't include this guy, he doesn't like him. I'm going to talk about with these players why I like some more than others. And then, you know, maybe we'll do a little bit of a ranking thing at the end. Maybe, I don't know. But first of all, guys, we're going to start off with left backs in FIFA 19. And the first one for me is going to be Tellez. Now, the reason why he's 100% in this squad is, well, he made my endgame squad, so he has to be in this squad. He is super affordable now, I think, with the market crash. He's way lower. I played 506 games with him, scored 31 goals, and had 69 assists. And the reason why I feel like this card is so good is because I genuinely feel like this is the best attacking fullback in FIFA 19. I don't think there's a better attacking fullback. I kind of feel like his finishing stat at 76 is a lie. When you do get into the box with this guy at good angles, he scores a lot at that far, you know, that far corner, that cross goal shot. And yeah, I mean, he's a little weak, but if you give him an anchor, he's going to really compensate for that weakness. So I definitely wanted to include him in this video because I felt like in that regard, he is really good. I do think he's not that weak. And then he's really fast and all that. And not only does he give you all that, he perfect links to Eder Militao. And Eder Militao is such an important player this year. It's a player that you really don't want to not have in your team. Eder Militao is just that guy. So a really good player. Wanted to have Tellez. The next left back is going to be Ferland Mendy, a card that I really didn't get along with at first. His FFS is crazy. And then it took me a little while to get along with this guy, but he's fantastic. I packed him untradeable via the Team of the Season upgrade packs. I've actually been playing him at right back, and that's why he's so good. It's why he's such a good fullback in this game, because he's got the 5-star weak foot with a 4-star skill. So the 5-star weak foot really allows him to kind of play whatever position he wants. Or you want, so he can flex back and forth between the left and the right. And again, another player that has that 76 finishing, so he's got that finishing stat, which is very, very important, guys. With that finishing stat, it's going to really allow him to, be able to go down whatever flank you want. And I think he's another guy that he's a fullback that you could use on stay back. He's also a fullback that you could use on go forward. He's got the passing. He's got the dribbling. The dribbling is sick on this card. You're going to be able to do really, really nice turns and stuff like that in the attacking third. So a card that, for me, was definitely a guy that, like, could not miss out on this video. Let's talk about a few other left backs. I think a big one is going to be Alexandro. Now, this is a guy that a lot of people used at the events this year. I am not the biggest fan of this card. That is my opinion. But he is a very endgame fullback. I just didn't get along with him this year, and I actually had his inform in my team for like a long time this year. Something about this card, when I use Tellez because of the way that I play FIFA and I play fullbacks going forward, I just couldn't get along with this card because I felt like he wasn't as good going forward. And I think what it was is the 69 finishing. I think that just really limited this card. And I could really see the differential in like the 7 finishing between Tellez and Sandro. But if you look at him defensively, he's got 99 stamina, 86 strength, 97 reactions, 95 composure. Composure is a very important stat, especially for fullbacks, just being able to complete those passes under pressure, something that is very, very good. So I think that this guy definitely hits all those. And so I think for a stay back player, this could be the best one. I probably would still choose Mendy over him, but for a stay back player, he's very good. Another left back that we cannot let fall through is going to be Team of the Year Marcelo, a guy that I feel like was used way less at the end of the year, just because you had these other 3 options, but still a very good player, right? And he's also got something very unique for the fullback position, which is going to be the 5-star skills. Not every fullback has that in FIFA, so it's something that's definitely really unique. High-low work rates is what he offers. He's got the 4-star weak foot. So it's a very versatile card. And this is a card that I probably messed up this year not using because on an overlapping fullback, he's probably fantastic. Now, his finishing is only 76, which is interesting, and 79 long shots in comparison to Tellez. I think why Tellez is such a good finisher as that overlapping fullback or balanced fullback is that he's got 88 long shots, and I think that almost compensates a bit for the finishing. But 5-star skills on a fullback is something that you definitely don't see every day. So it's a card that I think definitely has to make this video. And if it wasn't in the video, I'd be lying to myself. Like, it has to be in this video. 100,000%. Now, it's interesting, right? Because now you kind of fall off, in my opinion. Now you kind of go to another level. But I think this guy definitely deserves to be in this video. I think this is a guy that a lot of people used all year. And it's still a very good card. Marcos Alonso's Europa League Live. It's funny that I don't really feel like Roberto Carlos should be in this video. I think this year with the crossing meta, it was not a sufficient card. It's not good enough in this year's game. I just think because of that crossing meta that we have, it's just simply not a good enough card to include in this video. So this is what we got here. We've got Marcos Alonso, and I think the reason why this card is so unique at left back is because of its versatility. I think you can literally play this card at center mid, at CDM. High work rates is something that is really, really good with this card. I think it's something to point out that's very important for a left back. Like Sandro, I think has high as well, which means that they are going to be able to give you supporting runs going forward, and they're going to be very focused on getting back defensively. This card also has 80 finishing with 90 long shots. Just if you do use this card, you will have the height, but you will also have to sacrifice for the height, the agility and balance, and that's something that you guys will notice when you use the card. Or if you have used the card, his agility and balance is just going to be a little bit lacking, so make sure you guys throw on some kind of chem style on him that's going to boost those 2 stats, because those 2 stats are going to make him feel not that good. And then if we had, like, some closer players that just missed out, I would probably include Robertson, Jordi Alba. Schultz is another one that would be close. Now, the reason why these guys probably wouldn't be included in my video is just for the fact that I don't play like this, but a lot of people do, and it's the crossing meta of FIFA 19. These guys all have extremely low jumping, and I think when you have the low jumping, it's just, you cannot put them in the best video or endgame just because they are going to get torched to the back post. And unfortunately, a lot of people in this year's FIFA play that way. So even if you don't play that way, you still have to prevent it. So it's something that I feel like you guys definitely can't ignore. So now we're going to go to right backs because that's all I have for left backs. I don't want to include anybody else. The number 1 right back in the game, in my opinion, is Danny Da Costa. I have used him and Doomfreeze both for a bunch of games, and this Da Costa card is just absolutely ridiculous. This guy is 6'2", 3-star, 3-star. He's got 95 pace, 92 defending, 94 physical, and 89 dribbling, okay? He's got 89 acceleration with 99 sprint speed. He's got 85 agility, 81 composure. I mean, The thing about this card that the stats don't tell you is that in-game, his stock is massive. Like, this guy in-game is massive. So, I think that's something that the stats don't really tell you about this card. But it's something that the card is really, really good at. And it's something that, it's kind of like some of the bigger center backs in the game. It's all about the stock, right? Why is Van Dijk so good? Because he's got the stock. This is another card that has the stock. So Da Costa, for me, is a guy that has to be in this video. Very good. If I were to give you guys a number 2 here, it would be Dumfries. Dumfries is also fantastic. Now, the thing with Dumfries that I like a little bit more than compared to Da Costa, Dumfries going forward is a lot better because Da Costa only has 51 finishing. So going forward, Da Costa has that plus 20 finishing, 71 finishing. Dumfries, I think. I don't know if I just said Da Costa, but I played 183 games with this card. I was able to score 3 goals and 12 assists. Da Costa is a little bit easier to link, as you guys can tell, with the German and Bundesliga compared to the Dutch and the Eredivisie. Although Eredivisie was a little bit more popular this year. And then you've got with this card, 2-star, 3-star, which is not the best, but the pace is massive. This card was a little faster. Stock was a little bit less, but both of these guys, I think, are neck and neck, both the best right backs in this game. This guy with 81 composure, 86 agility, 86 reactions, 88 ball control, 90 dribbling, 94 staying tackling. He's got 96 stamina, 97 strength. This guy's got it all. A lot going on with this card. Now we move on to a few more right backs, guys, that we want to include in this video. Next one I'm going to include is Joao Kinsella. A very, very good fullback. This guy's really fun going forward. I don't know if you guys play on the balanced fullback setting. I haven't used him too much, but he's got decent finishing, good long shots, but his dribbling ability is something that probably separates him from a lot of fullbacks. His agility on the ball is fantastic. The guy feels God tier dribbling out of the back, which is something that's really nice because a lot of people in this year's FIFA play a full team press the whole game. So when you're able to kind of counter that with a guy that can dribble out of the back really nicely, I feel like that's a unique card to have. 97 acceleration, 97 sprint speed, 91 agility, 86 balance, 93 reactions, 95 ball control, 96 dribbling, 90 composure with 95 marking, 94 stand tackling, and 94 slide tackling. So you got a lot of stuff going on there. So another reason why this card would be in the video. A lot of right backs in this year's game, guys. Another one that we're going to have to include is going to be Trent Alexander-Arnold. Another very good card. This guy gets a strong link to Virgil van Dijk. I played 81 games, 6 goals and 12 assists, and I actually didn't play him at right back. I played him at right mid in a 3-5-2. So this guy is a really unique card because he kind of fits that formation perfectly. He's got the high pace, the high acceleration, decent height, good finishing, good long shots. And this guy, out of any fullback I used, was probably the second best finisher behind Tellez. This guy was really, really good at getting into the box and scoring when I needed him to. 76 strength, 89 aggression, 96 marking, 96 stand tackling, 94 slide tackling, 93 composure, 94 curve, 99 crossing. This guy was really good, man. I have to say, I really like this card. The only thing it was a little undersized at the back post with the 81 jumping. But in comparison to Robertson, 81 jumping is good enough. You can get away with that. The card still is going to, react well at the back post. The next player that we've got in this team that I don't want to forget about is Kenny Lala. Now, I actually did not love any of his special cards this year, but his team of the season for me was very, very different in the regard of how I felt about him. He was a very good card. I used this card, guys, for about 100 games just because of the strong link to the Mbappe. A few weekend leagues he was in my team. 5'10" with high medium work rates, but if you look at the in-game stats, he's got 96 pace, 94 dribbling, 94 defending, 92 dribbling, and the agility and balance are really good. The composure is really good. Again, another problem with this card is the finishing, but if you guys play fullbacks on stay back, this is a really good player, and he also gets that strong link to Mbappe, and I think most people have that Mbappe in their team at this point in the year. Mbappe is kind of that guy that you do want to have in your team. So Kenny Lala is another very good fullback. Kyle Walker Footies would be another card that I would put in here. I personally never really used him just because I had Dumfries Da Costa, but this guy has high work rates, which is very good for a fullback. He's going to get forward well. The thing with Kyle Walker that you have to understand is that he's unique as a fullback because he's got the really high jumping, so he's going to win a lot of stuff for you in the air, but you're going to sacrifice going forward. This guy is just a defensive fullback. He can go forward because he's got high passing, but when you get into the box, you really can't shoot with him. You've kind of got to pass up any open shot and just pass it right away. Something that I feel like you guys should know if you use this card. Not including Zanetti in this video because Zanetti has the low jumping. This is a card that I think might be a little bit less popular, but I think should be mentioned in this video because he is a very unique card. He's a right fullback. And he's got a 5-star weak foot, which is pretty unique. Now, he's got 87 jumping, 83 stamina. If you get this card into your team, you've got to use a Sentinel. But going forward, this card is very good, and it's a card that I have seen. I think low-key I've seen this card used a little bit in Foot Champs. And for that reason, I think he is very good. So I wanted to include him in this video because the 5-star weak foot as a fullback is such a unique characteristic to have. Or I guess like thing to have on a player. Two other players that I probably wouldn't throw in right into this team, but would be the next up. First one will be Kimmich's team of the season. Now, personally, I liked him a lot more in FIFA 18. I used him in my endgame team. This year, I don't like him as much, but still a very good card. And again, another guy going forward that you would really enjoy, I think, in a lot of your teams. That would be another guy like here. And another card that for me has survived the life cycle of this game and is still really good is that UCL Warrior. This guy was actually my team pre-team of the season. High work rates, and this guy is just like a beast. 99 jumping. He really knows how to kind of like use his physical in certain areas. So I think it was somebody that I definitely wanted to include in this video and not forget about for that reason. I feel like he's a very, very strong fullback. And somebody that we kind of had to include in this video. There's no way I could not include this card. I think he's kind of next up. I think another card that you guys, there's like a few other cards in terms of like right back that are pretty close as well. I think with a few more upgrades would have been crazy. I think Florenzi's, Florenzi's UCL, premium card is pretty close. That's an SBC. I think for me, I really, really enjoyed for a lot of the year. You guys know this if you watch my videos. Versalco's Team of the Year nominee card. This is a very good card. I used this up until Team of the Season. 421 games. And then also, I think you have another player in Wan-Bissaka that's close. I don't know if I love him. But it's kind of there. It's not there 100%, but how do we do this? Should I just search up Bissaka or like Juan? He's pretty close. And then I think you also have a shout, guys, at left back with Tagliafico. I think Tagliafico is another player that is close to that top 5, but not necessarily there full on yet. So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be the best fullbacks for me. I don't really think I'm missing many, if at all. These are the players that when it comes to when it comes down to time of who you're going to use, these are the players that I would definitely recommend. For me, the best in this game at left back is Tellez or Mendy. And then the best at right back is probably a mix of DeCosta, Dumfries, and I mean, those two are just, if you looked at like the God squads that the pros use, those two were in the teams. That's it. Like, no questions asked. But that's what I'll go with, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Obviously, let me know if you guys have any of these players in your team, how many games you play with them. It's probably likely that you had one of these players in your team, if not 2 or 3. Well, 3 wouldn't make sense, but if you use 3 throughout the year. Thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. All right. Much love. See you guys in tomorrow's upload. Peace.